best reports on a creative city that was commissioned by Van City, and I, really got excited about it. And all this money, this professor from Italy came, and his observations, his input, but it just went nowhere. And same with, we have a document for arts and culture for the West End, again funded by the city. But they commission all these things, but they give no help or support, towards it, and it is very frustrating. Well, what can we do about this? Like, we've gone to City Hall and voiced our frustrations, but is there anything else we can do?
Contextual inertia. The context we live in is larger than us, and it has a definite inertia in the direction it has been set up and is going. And it seems that change happens in little trials, little bubbles come up here and there and here and there, and it isn't until enough of them happen simultaneously, coalesce, that there is actually a shift. And to me, it seems like we just have to keep working in the trust that what we're doing locally will be happening at the right moment in the right place to connect with others that are happening elsewhere. If we give up hope, then hope is a manner of living in the present that doesn't let us fall into cynicism or despair, because if we did either of those, we would just not do anything. So I sometimes have, being an environmental scientist, I look at what's happening in the world, and it's very easy to despair. It's very, very easy to see that we may actually be leading towards our own extinction. So I know that's I don't want to leave on that so terrible thought.
We are the loving humans. We are Homo sapiens almans. And it took the biology of love for us as humans to evolve as we are. Now that can be lost, and evolution in these terms can happen much faster. And Pille pointed to Homo sapiens arrogans and Homo sapiens aggressans and Homo sapiens almans. And the critical feature of Homo sapiens almans is the way we are with our children and the way we provide, because all mammals have this biology of love in their evolution. We as humans take it longer into our lifespan. We also corrupt it. So one of the things that she's done, and I have done to a certain extent as well over the last number of years, is we've concentrated deeply on teaching people the biology of love, particularly parents and young people, so that we can prepare children to live their evolutionary heritage as the changes do begin to become even more dire on this planet. We need to survive as Homo sapiens almans, because that is the living life of this planet. And that's the message that I think is the most important piece of the work that you're doing in terms of love and nature. To understand how absolutely fundamental it is to love our mother. And not just our biological mother, but our biological Gaia mother. And without that, that's the message. That's the gift we give those generations. And I had this vision of a child called Hope who lived 7 generations in the future. And I started to write to Hope letters that 7 generations from now could be read to say, yes, we knew, and this is what we did. And we began to look at how to build a hope chest for that future. And that's still an idea that really, really inspires me, because I think about my own granddaughter and I think, what can I give her that when she's my age and I'm long gone, she will remember and she will know we didn't give up. We didn't like what was happening. We did everything we could. And the best thing we could do is prepare the children.
People often think of love as a sentiment, and it isn't. It is a much simpler, much deeper, much more fundamental way of being in which one doesn't want to impose one's will on everything around, but sees and accepts what the other is as a being that doesn't have to justify its existence or explain its existence. The tree is a tree, as you are who you are, and you are who you are. And from that position, you can start seeing, listening, hearing. It's a visionary kind of attitude, way of being in life. It doesn't foreclose the things we can like to consider, like passion and intimacy and so on. But if you have passion and intimacy without love, it is not really that. Then it becomes almost alienating. It becomes a demanding. So it's a kind of a overarching umbrella. You're a part of everything.